into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from Aggie Memorial Stadium in Las Cruces, New Mexico, home to the Aggies of New Mexico State. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the New Mexico State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. New Mexico State will kick it off and we'll be underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quarterback strolling away from heat. On the run deep down the right side. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Aggies headed quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass. Perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Hands it off. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll pull it on the read. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. They'll play it safe and try for 3. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Here he goes. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. They're working that left side. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. New Mexico State lines up quickly. They go to the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking left. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Off the RPO, complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. And the Hilltoppers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Caught over the middle. It's Turbin. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Hilltoppers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the catch. It's Turbin. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. Oh, a lot of space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, WKU.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Nebraska was able to come away with the win, as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
New Mexico State lines up quickly. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Still looking. He'll pull it down and run. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage, because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. What a first quarter they've already put together, up 21-3 and going for more. Makes the grab. It's Cole. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Hilltoppers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keep it on the ground. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. And the Hilltoppers will try to move the chains on fourth down. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cruz. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Hilltoppers want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to the counter play. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Topper.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up.
The fake, and he wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Western Kentucky, 27. New Mexico State, 3.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Right back to the well. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. Moving out of the pocket. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Fires to the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Aggies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. New Mexico State will be forced to punt.
Number 12, on to kick it away.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down. The run of play not only to get the football, but to print the field position with the return. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
He'll do it himself. Makes his man miss. Called his own number on that one, but they are ready for it and stop him. It'll be fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Here comes the heat. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a fourth and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
Makes the catch. It's Cole. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Hilltoppers want to crank the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Hilltoppers have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bacon. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Hilltoppers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like...
He's loose. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the draw. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Hilltoppers trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The give to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
There's an old school play you don't see very often anymore. Who's to say that fullbacks are dinosaurs today in college football? They turn around, they hand it off to the big fella, and he pays it off with a touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quarterback on the keeper. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Firing to the right, complete.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters.
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The Hilltoppers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Now on the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive wants to throw. Finds his man. It's right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Aggie Memorial Stadium.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Drills him with the stiff arm. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Turbin. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes...
There he goes. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, WKU.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Hauls it inside his 20, and here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Swings it out to the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Complete on the shuffle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down coming up. On the ground, it's Bacon. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown Toppers! A great catch and run for 6.
And how about the dinosaur, the fullback, getting involved in this game in the passing attack? This is a guy that has really, really good hands, and this offense knows. In these types of situations, if they can just find a way to get him involved, he can go score.
New Mexico State, 3.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the returner will be brought down. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off play action on 1st down. On target to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got it.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing the pressure in his face.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Bring in the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. New Mexico State will be forced to punt.
Offense facing 4th down.
Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Going right to work up top. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
62, New Mexico State, 3.
He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Snagged in the middle, it's Cruz. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Give to the big fullback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Fullback's got it. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
1st and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Duke is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Blue Devils on the scoreboard. They're up by 15 over TCU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He'll take it himself. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Rush is on him, looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. He's not afraid to go deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Hilltoppers are in the hurry-up. With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, WKU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Out of the gun to give to the back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Power football with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. On the option. He gave it a big effort, but he stopped at the 22. Not quite enough to move the sticks. It'll be 4th down.
Number 12 in punt formation to kick it away.
Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Hilltoppers will have it 1st and 10.
Cricket.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
And the Hilltoppers are threatening on 1st and goal. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Toppers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical damage. It's situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leads it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll keep it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. On the double. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Hilltoppers look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. State. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Western Kentucky, 90. New Mexico State.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Back to pass on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap on third down. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Hilltoppers moving quickly to the line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession...
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted deep in his own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Jones to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've gotten this drive going, a couple of first downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And a big deflection on third down forces a 4th down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this
makes the grab past the marker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. Just try to run it out here. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Just keep slinging it. Got a man. It's Booker. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him.
Sprinting away. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Jones wants to throw it. Makes the grab. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the 1st down. The give out of the gun.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. There he goes. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for this offense. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll throw it. Big guy smells it. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Jones to throw. And And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.